This reading is for the soul's journey according to the angel number. According to the angel number that will appear, if you are seeing this number repeated throughout your life, or if after this reading you begin to see this angel number appearing throughout your day, then this reading is for you to help you connect with your soul's past life and the journey that you were on that connects to the experiences that you are currently having in this life. We're just going to take the one, since I was done shuffling before the other fell as I was putting the deck down. And we have the number 0110. Focus on the present. Okay, we're going to do the past reading, but this is focus on the present. This angel hour signifies the importance of staying present in the moment and being mindful of your thoughts and actions. The angels are urging you to focus on the now and let go of the past. We're going to take a we're going to take a look at the past though. And this will allow you, okay, we're going to let go of the past though after this. And then this will allow you to embrace the many opportunities that are about to come your way. Okay, so after this read, focus on the present. Okay, we're going to do it anyways. I'm going to go through anyways with this focus on the present. Let go of the past, and maybe we'll get some insight on why that needs to happen. Okay. Again, focus on the present. Interesting. Okay. Let's put these to the side. Let's take a look at the past era that your life currently connects to, that I guess you're going to need to let go of. And if you're holding on to past events in your current soul's journey, the advice is to definitely let that go. And maybe seeing what happened in a past life will assist with that. I'm not going to stop the message. I'm going to keep going, even though I am a little perplexed at the moment as to that card. Okay. We have Colonial America, 1607 to 1776. The age of early European settlement in the New World, leading to the American Revolution. So this is kind of a nice one, because if you are interested in this time period of history, far back in the past, maybe to your past life, you might be able to find some interesting information about the early European settlements up until the time of the American Revolution. And that's the past soul journey we're connecting to here. Let's see what occupation you may have had in the New World or leading up to the Revolution. Scribe. Okay. So we have scribe, a writer or historian responsible for recording events, religious texts, or legal documents. So back in that time, this would be kind of an upper class type of position, educated, maybe, gosh, colonial America. Maybe you were recording the events of a colony, the deeds, the lineage of the families, the individuals that came to the New World, maybe recording the taxes that were paid to to England, to the king, recording the, I don't know, the produce that was gleaned from the land and the trades that were made. Let's take a look at what themes you may have had going on as a scribe in colonial America. Recording events, and maybe religious texts. Although at that time, I think the printing press was already developed, so it could have still been legal documents. I'm going to pull 3 of these, by the way. We have confinement, imprisonment, either physical or metaphorical, being trapped in a restrictive situation. Well, maybe being on a smaller colony, there could have been some issue that would cause a situation where movement was restricted, maybe even the weather, lack of means for travel, roads that were not well developed and maybe impassable because of the elements. It's interesting too that the angel number is to focus on the present, and a scribe would be a person that would be very focused on the goings on, recording what was happening. In a situation of confinement, you'd almost have to only be focused on your present situation. You would be restricted from really reaching out to other elements. Okay, so we have abandoned child as a theme. A child left behind or uncared for, now manifesting in a need to nurture and protect in this life. So that could be a need that you now have, and that might be why you need to focus on the present. Maybe you came from a time where you were stuck. You had no choice. You had to focus on being confined and not having the freedom to move beyond your present circumstance in that past life. And you were faced with some type of abandonment, and that could lead to feeling of, a feeling of missing something, having something unresolved. Final card here is spiritual quest, a spiritual journey or path you did not complete, leading to feelings of spiritual seeking or restlessness. So we have 2 indications of an unfinished path, the lingering type of energy, needing to search out a path being unable to complete it, and also having this need to nurture and protect, which is coming into your life now, and that may be the mission that you have. Okay, let's see how this ended in the past. How did this life that dealt with confinement, abandonment, and a spiritual quest that was not completed, how did this life end in this past journey? So it sounds like a lot was unfinished. We have two elements unfinished here. And really a spiritual path of seeking and trying to find ways to heal and also nurture others. Very strong driving forces that could be in life. And we have betrayed. So you were lured into a trap by someone you trusted and killed as a result of betrayal. A scribe that's recording maybe history, events, legal documents. There's a lot of value to that. And if you were seeking to protect others, the imprisonment might have been one where you were restricted because of having some type of enemy come up against you, or maybe you were involved with something that led to legal consequences, maybe actual imprisonment in jail, and maybe you were betrayed for a reward. You had focused a lot of your time on trying to assist others, and so maybe you weren't too focused on securing your own freedom and protecting yourself, and we have betrayal there. So altogether, this could lead to an ending of feeling the need to look backwards. Anytime one is betrayed, your mind, your soul starts to focus on how it happened, looking at the past. Why did it happen? What did I miss? What signs were there that were ignored? And that sort of a feeling would not be beneficial in serving a future purpose that had nothing to do with revenge, but it could lead someone to be very stuck in an almost mental confinement. And so if you're finding yourself in situations in this current life journey where you are always feeling mentally stuck, overanalyzing, feeling anxiety, feeling that a betrayal is coming, may it be a betrayal of another who you would prefer to trust, or maybe feeling that your own feelings will betray you, your own senses will betray you, whether it be an outlook, general outlook on life, or maybe repeated instances in this life where you are ruminating over a sense of a coming betrayal that you're constantly on edge about. that may be preventing you from what your spiritual path should be. So we're going to take a card from the Light Oracle. I think it's the Light Workers Oracle, but let's see. So we can get a better sense of what it is in the present that you do need to be focused on. Let's see. Okay, this one. All right. Okay, and we have Trust the Niggle. Trust the Niggle. Those are two. Okay, those are two G's. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So, Unbound was kind of stuck to that. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Oh, wow. All right, I'm glad we continued on with the reading because this angel card message totally threw me off, but not anymore. I think we're getting it. Starseed, what lights you up? Oh, that's a beautiful image there. Okay, so let's get back to Trust the Niggle. I don't remember that card. Okay, but we're going to trust, even though we have betrayal here in the reading at the end of this past life, that maybe is the feeling that is coming through. I don't know. Let's go to this guidebook and get the full message, because something is definitely coming through in this read. Okay, and this is 52. All right, this is one of the inquiry cards. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling. Try as you might, it's there, and it ain't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting. And until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way. The relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. So a feeling of something bothering you. Often we feel the niggling feeling in our body first. Many people think that intuition is something from the higher realms, but in fact, it's the body that is the intuitive one, working through our senses to deliver vibrational information. It takes just a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and act on it quickly. So that would be focusing on the present. You're being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path. More obvious in your path. And then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. Is this really a word? Okay. Sorry. And then you'll regret, okay, that you didn't answer it in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. What is your niggling feeling trying to tell you? So we have this figure here, and it seems to be the same woman with black and white images of her with her eyes open and then closed in the background. And she's got her eyes closed in the foreground here in color, and she is holding her body in an embrace. Looks like to feel what it is that is in her present. Okay, we're going to go with the unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives, because I don't know what niggle means. What is the niggling? Okay, was it unbound? 208. Okay, unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. It's time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. So if you've had themes of betrayal playing out in your life as you're going about your spiritual quest and trying to nurture and care for others, if you're feeling confined in some way, may it be mentally or with the responsibilities you have in your life, they are coming up to be healed. There has never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at the patterns in your life that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made that have an expiry date. I think that's interesting. I've got scribe here, and we have an expiry date. So ancient vows and contracts, maybe you recorded those and your soul remembered. So now it's being pointed out to you that there was an expiration date on those, and you've come up to the present and that date. It could be a vow of silence or chastity or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you free yourself from trauma of past lives. The old ways of being have an expiry date. When you name them, you claim them, and they stop holding power over you. So acknowledge that, okay? When acknowledging these old patterns, it is also important to acknowledge how they have served you up until now. For example, a soul pattern of playing small caused by a soul fear of being seen or sharing your voice could have served you by keeping you safe. In order to grow, you now need to soften by receiving and calling in support. Okay, it's time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable. So what you want to do then is release old soul stories, vows, contracts, and patterns that are no longer aligned with who you came here to be in the present time. So say to yourself, I carry the lessons, growth, and gifts, but I no longer choose to live the same story. May I be unbound forever. So you're no longer bound to whatever was recorded in this past life, any confinement that you agreed to in some form, or the pain, the mistrust of the betrayal. Okay, so you've already had this feeling, and it's come to the time of the present, the expiry date. You're done. And now focus on your present, okay? The angels have given you this full message. So reach out for the many opportunities that are now in this life for you now, the spiritual path that you are on in this life, and the nurturing, the manifesting of an unbound life. All right. So I'm glad we continued on with the reading. Please like, comment, especially if this reading resonates. All right, focus on the present. Make it happen.